All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. Gervonta Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer, a fight we have been looking for, or a massacre that we've been looking forward to for a couple years now. Eddie Hearns. Of course, Eddie Hearns has to throw a wrench in the plan. A big number out there that would probably wind up costing money to Gervonta Davis in the end and stop the fight. Let's talk about this in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Also, I want to say thank you to all the patrons out there for your support. Definitely check out the latest negotiation one we have up there. I think you guys are really going to enjoy that. It'll be beneficial for your life. Also, thank you to everybody that supports the live streams through the super chats, through the Cash App. Love Cash App. All that good old stuff. Thank you very, very, very much. Also, this again, I'm not sure if I dedicated the video. I intended to do it for Abdi Muhammad. This was for you, Abdi Muhammad. Please keep on sending me those emails with the articles. I appreciate it so much. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis, in my opinion, one of the top 5 pound for pound fighters in boxing. I know you're not going to agree with me. Some of you, I do not care. I know what I see in this young man. He has been acting right outside of the ring for the last few fights. In the ring, the dude is nothing but an excellent fighter. Offensively, defensively, talent-wise, power-wise, the dude is electric in that ring. And I'm telling you, anybody within his weight range, dude, you looking at some serious pain getting in the ring with Gervonta Davis. I'm not holding his affiliation with Floyd Mayweather Jr. against him. I do not care what ESPN ranks him. I do not care what Ring Magazine ranks him. I don't care. I know what I see, and dude, there ain't 4 fighters in all of boxing that's better than that kid. When you look at his total skill set and his total skill set and his power, there's not 5 fighters better than him in boxing. I don't believe it. Regardless, or moving on from that, we know that we wanted to see this Tevin Farmer fight. Tevin Farmer is another 130 pound champion. He actually holds the first belt that Gervonta Davis held, the IBF 126 pound fight. This guy's out of Philadelphia. Of course, Gervonta Davis is the 130 pound WBA super champion. He's out of Baltimore. These are two, East Coast cities that have a good boxing rivalry, and in the pros and in the amateurs. Philadelphia is a serious fight city. Baltimore is a serious fight city. If you guys are not from the United States, you guys look up the history of those two areas of the United States, and you'll see that those boys, they got some real good fighters, really good amateur programs. And Tevin Farmer jumped in the face of Gervonta Davis in Vegas after some fight. And ever since then, it might have been before that, there's been like, when are these two dudes going to fight? Now, don't get mistaken. What's going to happen when that fight happens? Tevin Farmer going to sleep. Tevin Farmer's going to get beat up. Tevin Farmer's going to get stopped. That's my prediction. The Rocky Balboa, Clubber Lang. What's your prediction for the fight? Pain. That's my prediction for the fight. Pain. He ain't getting out of that. Tevin ain't getting out of that. And somebody else besides me knows that. That is Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn wants to sign Tevin Farmer. So this is what happens. Leonard Ellerbe, the CEO from Mayweather Boxing, the promotional company for Gervonta Davis, has Gervonta Davis under contract, right? Some people who are not going to be going to Dazn, and they're not going to go to Dazn for $5 million that Eddie Hearn is offering them, right? Not going to go to Dazn for $5 million that they're offering them when they have a guy like Gervonta Davis that they believe that they can grow into a pay-per-view star. They believe that the fight with Tevin Farmer can be on pay-per-view right now. They're not going to take their star pupil and stick him on an app that nobody has and nobody will see to fight Tevin Farmer. So Gervonta Davis, I'm getting out of order a little bit. Leonard Ellerbe says, let's make this fight with Tevin Farmer. We think this is a pay-per-view fight right now. Let's make it hot. Okay. Now, the co-promoter or the main promoter, I don't know what the relationship is between Tevin Farmer, Lou DiBella, and Eddie Hearn, but Lou DiBella is the promoter is a promoter for Tevin Farmer. So, and as we know, or if you don't know, let me tell you, Lou DiBella has had a working relationship with the PBC for a long time. He was a promoter for the first fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. He's promoted several of Deontay Wilder's fights. He's promoted many of the cards that the PBC has put on alongside of Brooklyn Boxing at the Barclays Center in New York. Now, that's who he made the offer to. Eddie Hearn counteroffers and offers $5 million to Gervonta Davis to fight Tevin Farmer on Dazn. On his face, it's like, oh, that's a lot of money. $5 million, go fight him one fight at Dazn. But is that all that is? Is it a lot of money? When these guys believe that they can have a pay-per-view fight with Gervonta Davis and Tevin Farmer. And I personally couldn't see it. I think, I want to see that fight between Gervonta Davis and Tevin Farmer. I definitely want to see it. Cause, kind of like if you knew there was a dog about to get hit by a car out in the street, you might stick your hand on the window, like, ooh, that type of thing. That's a kind of morbid curiosity. I think they call that morbid curiosity. I would have a morbid curiosity to see what would happen when Gervonta Davis fights Tevin Farmer. Like, exactly how is Gervonta Davis going to emasculate and destroy this dude? But do I want to pay for that? I'm not so sure. But all said and done, Eddie Hearn counteroffers with a $5 million offer for Tevin Farmer. Now, they're going to turn that down. Now, what we're going to wind up having is a fight not happen. Tevin Farmer probably don't want the fight to happen. Tevin Farmer, I believe, from the reactions that I've seen from Tevin Farmer when people are asking him about him, and asking about Tank Davis in interviews recently, he's like, look, I'm not, I don't want to talk about him. He doesn't dictate with my career. I'm not the boss, all that. Now, he was mighty sweet on the idea when he didn't have no belt. When he didn't have a belt and he didn't have a contract, Tevin Farmer was all up in the face of Gervonta Davis, talking about fighting Gervonta Davis. But now the things, that he's got his fight a month, now that he's got his UK Bum of the Month club going on, and I know I've sounded a little harsh on Tevin Farmer, but I am. Let's be real. Tevin Farmer is a good fighter. Tevin Farmer is a talented fighter. Tevin Farmer couldn't punch himself out of a wet paper bag, and he keeps going 12 rounds against guys that are not top level competition. And if we're going to unify belts in boxing, which I would love to do, we can either unify them one or two ways. Unify them by the fighters fighting each other, or unify the titles by getting rid of sanctioning bodies. Okay, what the PBC said about the not recognize the WBO, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for that one. Okay. Now, on rare occasions, I agree. Not rare occasions. I agree with Teddy Atlas. Let's keep moving forward with it. If they're not going to fight, if the sanctioned bodies are not going to force these guys to fight each other so we can have one champion, right? Then let's get rid of the sanctioning bodies. Have one sanctioning body. The last one that stands, let their champion be the champion. Okay. And we can move on from there. But Tevin Farmer was mighty sweet on the idea. Real sweet on the idea until he's got this Bum of the Month club thing going on over there on Dazn. He's very, very active. He's taking a fight. I think I've seen, what did he fight 5 times last year? It's like, seriously, it's like the dude fights every month. And that's why I don't know if this dude really wants that fight. Because if he gets with Tank, if he fights Tank, that's over. That once a month fight, that check coming, that regular check coming every other month for the fights that he's having, that's gone. Because he can't win that fight. But at least let's have it so we can have unification. If Eddie Hearn offers a ton of money, I would hope If he's offering a ton of money and it's a for real one fight deal, not, yeah, let me read the contract and then you see, oh no, this is one fight deal with a right of first refusal for the next 2 fights for Gervonta Davis. We're not interested in that, right? But if it's purely one fight, one and done and gone, I wouldn't mind seeing it. But the risk for it for Gervonta Davis is that he isolates himself from Showtime, who has supported him his whole career. He's now headlining his own shows on Showtime. Showtime just, and I'm going to do a video about it, Showtime just got a boatload more money, or just the company that owns Showtime, CBS and Viacom, they merged. So now these guys Showtime has a lot stronger financial base. So if they want to support, boxing even more monetarily, Tank Davis and Deontay Wilder, they're 2 top fighters. So why would he spit in the eye of CBS and Showtime, who's been supporting him all that time, to go to the Zone? You know, it's like, that's network standing in the way of stuff. But hopefully this could happen. If Gervonta Davis, if it's a 1 fight deal and Showtime's not ticked off about it, let it happen. If Showtime is willing to put up more money, then let's see if Eddie Hearn lets Tevin Farmer go over there and fight on Showtime, right? Either way, I hope the fight happens, because then we can get that conversation done and we can move on to Gervonta Davis beating up on Miguel Berchelt and Jamal Herring and Berchelt. And then we can have a unified champion. Hopefully Tank, maybe if he's uncomfortable with the weight class, and go to 135. But Tank is clearing all them dudes out. He's going to clear out Berchelt. He's going to clear out Herring. He's going to clear out Tank Davis. Clear out Tevin Farmer. And the sooner we get to that, the better. Because then he can move up to 135 pounds. And maybe we can see what will happen with him and Vasily Lomachenko, if Vasily Lomachenko is still fighting, you know? Anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. With that, I'm out. Peace.